Hey everyone, how are you? I see on the chat today that even we are not immune to lazy town memes, so I thought somehow we could hide from it all, but we can't. Um, I hope you're doing well. I'm going to try and work on this guy here, this electrical outlet box. I also think now that I'm thinking about it, I need to put this a little plug on the end of this, like where is it? Like one of these things, like this or this would be good at the end of that cord. I also need to put some uh, uh, textures on it here, like this. And I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way in Photoshop because I think it'd be easier. No need to go through Substance Painter for this because it's just going to be so small in the scene. So I'm going to work on that. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So let's start working on this. I think what I want to do is get these things on there, and then I'll know where to place the plug. So first of all, the textures. And before we do that, we need to, of course, uh, apply the scale and UV map it. Now, you know what? I remember I'm not going to need the bottom here, so I'm going to delete this face. That'll make my life a little bit easier. And then I'll go to my UV editing, frame it up, and let's UV map this thing. I'm going to split this out like this with just these corners. Now that I don't have anything down here, I think I can split these out with Mark Seam, and then let's see how this works. Unwrap that. Yeah, that's nice. All right. And then I'll just grab this because I don't have anything in here, which is good. So I'll just grab this, mark a seam, and then select this and unwrap this. Oh, that's not good. Oh, let me add a seam right down here. Mark a seam there, and then if we unwrap it now, we should get something like that. That's good. Now I'm going to select everything and Control A, Control P. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Let me think. Is there a way to make this any more efficient? Let me see. If I were to take this up here, no, there's really not a whole lot I can do for this. I think it'll be okay. I'll go with it. What are you actually doing? Is it for a game or scenery? It's really scenery. So what I'm trying to do is create scenes and make a 3D motion comic. So I'll bring characters in, and I'm really going to be doing minimal animation, but a lot of camera moves through the scene, as if the 3D motion comic is like a wax museum and you can move through it, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I've never seen anyone do anything like this. I just have this crazy idea in my head that it would be really cool, so I'm going to do it. Why not? That's the beauty of something like Blender, is you can just make your dreams come true, or at least, you know, the crazy ideas you have in your head. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using Unity as a real-time renderer so I can move the camera through without having to spend days rendering, you know, a few frames in Blender. I just don't have that kind of computing power. So I use Unity, and we'll see if it works. But in the meantime, it's a lot of fun to just create all this. And hopefully, whether you're creating an animation or a game or whatever, that some of this will be helpful for you in some way or another. So that's it. Now, UV, what was I doing? Oh, I want to export that UV map out. I want to export this out to Photoshop. So I'm going to go UV, export UV layout, and I don't need it very big here, but I'm going to go ahead and use 2048. I can always scale it down if need be, but I'm going to go ahead and use that there. I'm going to, I think I have a textures folder here, and I'll create this, I'll call this outlet box. I'll try that. And I'll put this in here, and I'll call it outlet box. There we go. Okay. So I'll put that in there. And now let's go over to Photoshop and see if we can do anything with this thing. I'm going to bring it in from the textures outlet box. There it is. Okay, so there are my UVs. I'm going to call these UVs. And then I want to grab that outlet box texture I've got somewhere. It's going to be in reference images, table and chair. So in one of these, I've got a couple, but I kind of like this. So I'm going to grab this one. And I think I can just grab this right here, right in here, like that. Copy it, paste it. It's a little small because I brought this thing in pretty big, but theoretically we should be able just to bring that up like this. I'm going to put it underneath the UVs over here so I can see the UVs over it. Now I've got to texture the rest of this, and I think I know what I'm going to do. I think I've seen back here in textures.com, I saw a metal here. Look at this. That might just work in there. So I'm going to grab, I don't need a large, I'll just grab this medium here. And let me see. There it is there. So now I'm going to bring that in, I think. Is it in my downloads? It should be. There it is. Bring that in. And let's see what I can do with this. So this looks similar to this, right? Maybe. Kind of. I may have to adjust the coloration, but I think I could maybe go like this and put this around here like this. Let's give it a try. That over there. Move this over here. Yeah, I guess I could try this. Let me put this over here like this. And this over here like, nope, it's not going to work. There we go. Okay, so I'll take all of these and I will combine them together. What was that? Command E? It's been so long since I've been in here. All right, Command E. Although before I do that, let me grab one of these and put them over the other parts as well. So here it is. I'll grab this and move this up over here. And I'll grab this and move this down over here like this. And move this down here. Okay, so that should cover all of that, I think. Now, grab all of these, and let's try and make these a color. Oh, I need to combine all of these, so Command E. And under adjustments, maybe I can adjust the brightness a little bit. It really is more of a color issue, isn't it? Although the brightness could come down some. Okay. And then I could use curves, I suppose. Or hue and saturation. Let me try this. No, I'm not. Yeah. It's a little hard to do with. No, that's not really working for me. I could go curves or levels. Let me try levels. See what I can do with this. I just want it to be kind of similar. I could also adjust the other one too. So let me do that with my levels here. I'm going to go with this. They're not. This has a little bit more green in it. Let me see. So I'm just trying to get these at least similar. It's never going to be perfect, and I understand that. Oh, almost had something there. Yeah. That might just work. That might. It's not quite there, but I don't think it'll be a problem. So that might just work. So what I'm going to do now is let me trim this. I'm going to go back to the UVs and select the UVs like this. And I'm going to select and modify and contract the selection maybe 2 pixels like that, and then come in here and delete to get rid of all that. And now I want a new layer, and I'm going to put black underneath here like this, and there we go, and then turn off the UVs. Okay, so there's my outlet box. It's not perfect, but I think it will work. I'm going to call this, what is this? Okay, outlet box. All right, let's do that. And then I will export a PNG out of here. And we probably don't need it to be 2048 now, do we? I'll go ahead and take it down to 1024 right here. I'll export that, put it in the outlet box. I'll call this _C for color, like so. And there we go. Now let's take it back into Blender and take a look at it, and then I can figure out where to put the plug. So over here, I've got my node editor, create a new material, outlet box, and let's create a image node, image texture node there, and I'll bring in that texture from my outlet box. Here it is, _C. Bring that in. feed it into there, change to texture, and it's wrong. Actually, the colors aren't too bad. I just want to spin it around. Oh, dang it. All right. So let me turn off the stretch here. There we go. So what I need to do, oh, you know what I could do? Could I do this? Could I be this tricky? What if I went R -90? Oh, no, undo that. I want to go the other way. R90. There. Okay, that was kind of cheating, but I'll go with it. Okay. So, now I know where to put the plug, right? I can say, put it in there. So now we gotta create that. And then I want to create a cord going out of this like that. Okay, so now I'll select this and move the cursor to it. And let's start working on a plug there. Do I have something that I can use as reference image here? No, I really don't. So let's go back to Google and find something that would work. There's this. That's good. But I kind of want with this. Yeah, let's go with this. So I'm not going to do everything on this. I don't, we don't need to do everything, but so this will be electric plug. Okay. So now I can bring this in as reference while I do this. I could even bring it in as a background image. Do I want to work that hard at it? Sure. Why not? Let's go like this. Let's bring it in as a background. Where is my background images? There they are. And I will find that plug and we'll use it as a background image. No, it's going to be in reference images, isn't it? In here and here. There we go. Woo, it's huge. Look at that. All right, so that's really all I need for that. I don't want it to be that bright. I just want to get a general kind of thing for it. All right, so I'll move the cursor and let's begin with the cube. This could be a cylinder up here. Once again, I don't know if I want to work that hard, but for something so small, but I might. I'm going to put this here. And then, let's see. So once again, what is this? The first time I'm actually watching. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm building a cargo hold and almost done, I think. Although I've got to do this and the ceiling. Why can Unity render faster than Blender? Well, it's because it's a real-time editor. It's made to run in real time. Whereas Blender has to render fully each frame one by one, 24 for a second. So let me get this here. So that's why they're just made for two different things, is all. One isn't better than the other or anything like that. They're just made for two different things. Wait a minute, there we go. You know what I should do? I should make sure that that is only in the right view instead of in all orthographic views. There we go. So I'll begin here. Select that. I think I better insert two edge loops. Bring that up like this. And begin extruding out. Now, it probably, it's hard to know, but I feel like I want to do this as well. Okay. So now I'm just going to begin extruding out. And once again, this doesn't have to be perfect by any means. It just has to be done. I'm going to go like this. There we go. And here we go. That up, scale in the Z. And just block it out. That's all we need. I'll scale this up a bit. Something like that. Let's see how that worked. Okay, I think that's going to work. And then we need a cylinder over here. Very low poly cylinder, maybe only 6 sides. We don't need a whole lot. Triangle fan. And now, let's pop this in over here. Like this. There we go. And I think I can get rid of these faces down here. We're not going to need those because those are inside that. Okay. And then I think I'll grab this and this. Like that. And now we just need these things here. We could probably, once again, just a cube, just a really basic cube here. Don't need anything else but that. And we can get rid of this face here. Let's see how this looks. Actually, not too bad. There we go. Quick electric plug. Okay, so that's going to be our plug, and I'm just going to take everything here and combine it into one object with Control J. Nope, I'm not, it says. Let me try that again. There we go. And now let's put it in place with the rest of the objects here. Let's spin it around the X. How about the other way? RX -90. And let's put it over here in place. Let's turn on the texture so we can see where the plug's supposed to go. There we go. bring that guy over here. Let's figure out where this is supposed to go. All right, a little big. Well, maybe, yeah, I guess so. Let's still a little big. I'm going to hit Shift-Z so I can kind of slide it around here. Scale it down so those fit right in there. Yeah, I think so. Look at that. Plug. All right. So now let's take this guy and move him up into that there, like that, and then kind of move these around so it goes in kind of straight like that. All right. I think I could adjust these a little better. Let me move this up. Something like that. There we go. And yeah, so that's what we've got there. We've got that going down into that plug. And then we need a cord going out all the way across the cargo hold and out so we can't see where it goes. So we need that now too. But we need to know how far it needs to go. So let's bring a couple of these things back. Like that. So let's take this and just move it over, just all the way over through that wall. That'll do. Bring these guys back. There we go. All right, so now let me put the cursor right here. And let's create a path. Like this. And now we can kind of get it to fit on the floor. So I'll take it and I'll extrude a couple times this way with E and X. E and X. Give it some length there. And now I need to figure out how it's laying on the floor. So, front view maybe. There we go. So now I can kind of only take these 2 points and add a point right in the middle with the subdivide, and then I'll try and let me move this down to here like this. Yeah, I better take all of these and move them down to the floor like this. And then let's add some randomness to it from above. So let's say it kind of goes like this and this, you know, so it's just kind of, it isn't perfectly straight like that. Let's see how that works. Yeah, okay, so we've got a chord that isn't quite perfectly straight. That's good. And then let's give it some thickness as well. I'm going to turn these on, and let's kind of get a sense of how big this needs to be by going over here. There we go. And I'll select that curve or that path, and let's make sure it's going to be full. I'll put the preview to 2 maybe. Resolution to 2 is a good place to begin, and drag the depth out like that. Let's see how that works. That might work, you know, just for something to go across the floor like that. All right, and I think what I'll do is just use Unity materials to give these chords a color. I won't even worry about UVing or Substance Painter or anything. I'm just going to add a material to it in Unity itself. So if I'm going to do that, then these have to be these have to be separate objects. So let's see. All right. And so I've got the box, this chord, and the plug. So I'll make this chord and the plug the same object. I better convert this to geometry with Alt-C and convert to mesh, and that works. I'll do the same thing here. Alt-C, convert to mesh. Now these two here can be the same object. Control-J, we'll do that. And this one is its own object. And this one is going to be its own object. Okay. So let's work with this now. I don't really need to create materials for that guy. I think this one I will create a material for. We'll call this, oh, it's already been done. It's called outlet box. Good. And I'll give this object a name here, outlet box. I'll give this a name, call this electric cable. And this guy should have a name, and we'll call this lamp cord. We'll try that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take all three of these into Unity at the same time as a single FBX. I won't be able to really move them around individually, but I don't think I need to. I mean, I'll be able to in a kind of, but not really. So this does have its own, okay, good. So I'll grab these three objects. I'll export an FBX. I'll call these electric cables. I'll do that. And we'll export, oh, I should choose selected objects, have to do that. And then we'll export them out. Now, in Unity, let's come over here. Here's the table in Unity. So it's going to go right on here. Let's bring those in. I will see if I can find that. What did I call these? Electric cables. There they are. Bring those in. And then I'm just going to drop these right in here. I'm going to have to move them now from over here, which I can do because I moved that. And let me, there we go. So I'm going to move that right there and move that down right there. Like that. Now, did I get the cord going out? Yeah, I did. Good. Okay. So now we got to bring in that texture for this guy right here, the outlet box. There we go. Let's grab that texture, wherever that was. Where in the world did I put that? Probably in textures. Outlet box. Here it is, _C. Drag that in. Put that in the albedo here, and there it is. So there we've got that. It's kind of bright. I'm going to bring this down a bit, and I'm also going to increase the metallic. The smoothness of hair. Now, I guess I can bring that back up now, like that. Okay, so there's that. Now let's put just a color on this guy. We need to create a material for it, don't we? Let's do that. Create material, and we'll call it, what we call this, lamp cord. And I'll just drag it right on here. See, up. No, I want it on the cord, like this. Did I get it? No. All right. Let's try this again. Actually, it'd make it easier if I... Oh, it is there. Good. Okay. Well, I say it's there, but where is it? Oh, because I'm working on it over here. That's why. Lamp cord. There it is. Okay. So for this, I can bring it down. I'm going to lock it here so I can deselect it and continue working on it. Like this. A little bit of metallic. A little bit of... I guess I'll bring the smoothness up a little bit. There we go. All right. Doesn't probably need to be quite that dark. There we go. And now this guy over here is our electric cable over here. Oh, let me unlock this. There we go. Here's our electric cable. No, I don't want to do that. I do want to change its color there. That's not too bad, actually, just something like that. Yeah. Okay. So there we've got the cord going to the lamp. It no longer is operated by a battery. It has electricity. Good. Finally. Now, all this is just a mess. Look at all this. I'm going to try and clean this up by creating a couple of empties. We'll call this spotlights. And I can drag all of these guys into there. Like that. That's good. Let me think about these things. So these are fluorescent lights here. Let's create an empty. And you know what? I better zero it out. Oh, I've still got this locked. Let me zero this out before. I should have done that with the others. I'll have to go back and fix that. But this one is going to be the fluorescent lights. Put that in there. So that spotlights, I didn't zero out that empty, and I probably should. I'm going to move these out here, and then this, I'm going to zero it out so it's in the center of the grid, so I don't introduce any extra transforms into it. There we go. And then furniture. Let's zero this out. Call this furniture. And put our folding chair, table, what else? Table lamp. Put all those in the furniture area here. And I could probably put the electric cables in there too, because that's part of the furniture, I would think, right? I'll go ahead and do that. Electric cables, and put those in here, like that. Okay, so we kind of have things a little bit more organized now. I'm going to go ahead and hit play and run around and see how we're doing. Yeah, there we go. So we've got our table and our lamp and our electric box. Okay, good. Now, what else do we need here? The roof. We need the roof. The problem is we have no roof. Okay. So, how are we going to do that? To my mind, I think I just need a couple of polygon planes with girders on them. Let me go back to that image that we originally used for the cargo hold. No, that's for container ship cargo hold. This is about the best I could find. I mean, it's not that, I can't see a whole lot up there, but I could probably create something that is similar to this. It looks like just girders and then these kind of panels within, I don't know, within this larger piece here. So that's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to try and figure that out. So let's see. Let me see how everybody's doing out here. I haven't gone back to see anything. The Bob Ross of Blender. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. I used to love Bob. Man, I used to love that show. Maybe a dude will trip over it. Oh, the cable. Oh, yes. The power outlet would be under a lift-up cover that's flush in the deck. Oh, now you tell me. Oh, man. Hey, okay, I'm going to leave it there. Maybe they're under the deck outlets aren't working properly today. And this cargo hold isn't really for, this is like, how do I put this? For the story, this cargo hold is where the bad guy lures the heroes to their doom, right? So, you know, he's just sitting here like they've just dragged this table in for show or whatever, and when they come down, there's like guys hidden all over the platforms here to shoot him and kill him and do bad things. So this is just really kind of a I don't know, a thing to, you know, introduce the bad guy in a dramatic way. This isn't actually or during the scene, this cargo hold doesn't actually work like a cargo hold. It's more of it's a trap, right? It's a trap, so they can seal him off and kill him. That's what it's about. So maybe they just drag that in there. I don't know. Let's see. Any other? Yeah. So it looks like the electrics are underneath. Okay. You are right. So anyway, will it be plugged in all the time? Yes. All right. Well, cool. And people are working on their own projects. That's awesome. Is it for a game? No, it's for a 3D motion comic. That's what it's for. Not for a game. But I'm using all the same tools and doing it in all the same way as we would be with a game. So if that helps. Okay. Anything else? Let me see how people are doing here. Reservoir Dog style. Exactly. Yes, exactly. Reservoir Dog style. Thank you, Slate. Yes, the outlet won't be the focus of the scene. And if it is the focus of the scene, then I've completely failed at the storytelling part of the project. What is the Facebook page you said we could upload our projects to? There's a Facebook group called Darren Lyle Tutorials. Check that out. Maybe it's a retractable roof for the helicopter. Now that would be cool, but I think it's a retractable roof to put these things down in, right? But the bad guys have sealed it off, so I'm trying to think what this would be. It almost looks like these are cut out of that, but I know that's not quite the case. I guess what I could do is just make one of these things and then duplicate it 2 or 3 times or 4 times across the top of the roof. So I'm wondering, how would we do that? Do I take a cube and then just insert edge loops and then grab these faces and extrude them up? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Or else, and then delete the top faces and then add these panels? It's one way to try it. Should be steel framework with a steel skin. Yeah, and are these I-beams? See, that's the... Are these I-beams? God, that's hard to figure. I really need something else to... so let's... container ship, cargo hold, ceiling? I'm not sure. See, they don't really give us a... Here's that picture. Yeah, they don't really give us too much here. Not sure. Roof. Container ship cargo hold roof. Oh, this is for a roof of a container. Well, container ship cargo hold. See, that's that. And here it is with the roof open. Ooh, I like all these air ducts. That's kind of cool. I hadn't seen this image before. But see, they can retract it and open it up. and here it is closed, but I wish I had a better view of the roof to be able to. Here's another one. That looks pretty good. A little bit better. So, well, maybe I'll grab this one so I have that to work with. And I'm just going to have to container ship, cargo hold. I'll save that one. I think I'm going to have to do a little bit more research before I actually begin on the roof. And I think we will see it. I think, you know, with different camera angles, I think we will see it. So I think I want it to be fairly realistic. So, all right. When are you going to make characters? I'm currently working on a character for this project, and it's going to be on Blender 101. So that'll be available probably February or March. Working on that. I'm using the Manuel Bastioni's add-on that used to be Make Human. I'm using that as a template and then building on the armor and clothes over that template, and then I'll be UV mapping it and texturing it in Substance Painter, and then I plan to use Blend Rig to do the rigging and for the face and everything. So it's going to be kind of a big project. So I'm currently working on that. There's a beam under Extra Objects add-on. Oh, I haven't tried that. All right, I will take a look at that. Can you just use a plane with a bump map since it'll be dark and far away? Well, that's true. Like actually just add a texture to it. That's a good idea as well. All right. Well, these are all really good ideas, and I'm going to have to actually think about this. I didn't realize I didn't know enough. But, you know, that happens. So what I'll do is before tomorrow, I will do a little bit more research on this and see what I can come up with. All right? And then we'll start work on that ceiling and maybe finally get done. And then the next thing, I've either got to do a school cafeteria, like a high school cafeteria, a warehouse, a playground, and a rooftop scene over a city. So I got to figure out which one of those I'm going to do. So think about which you might want to see here coming up. And let me know. Leave it in the comments. And we'll get to work on that. So thanks for hanging out. And we'll keep working on it tomorrow, same time. So take care. See you soon.